Daddy's Little Helper. Once upon a time, in a small house on the edge of a bustling town, lived a young boy named Timmy. Timmy was a curious and energetic child, always eager to explore the world around him. But there was one person who was his absolute hero, his father, Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith was a kind and hard-working man. He worked long hours to provide for his family, but he always made time for Timmy. They shared a special bond, and Timmy admired his father for his wisdom and gentle nature. One sunny Saturday morning, as Timmy was playing in the backyard, he noticed his father working on a broken lawnmower. The lawnmower had been sitting in the corner of the garage for months, gathering dust and cobwebs. Timmy, being the curious boy that he was, approached his father. "Daddy, what are you doing with that old lawnmower?" he asked. Mr. Smith smiled and replied, "Well, buddy, I thought I'd try to fix it. It's been sitting here for a while, and I think it's time to give it some love and attention." Timmy's eyes sparkled with excitement. "Can I help, Daddy?" he asked eagerly. Mr. Smith hesitated for a moment, knowing that repairing the lawnmower would take some time and patience. But he also knew that spending quality time with his son was priceless. So he said, "Sure thing, Timmy. You can be my little helper." From that day on, Timmy and his father spent their weekends working on the lawnmower together. They cleaned it, replaced the broken parts, and, with each passing week, it started to look and function better. As they worked side by side, Mr. Smith shared stories from his own childhood and imparted valuable life lessons to Timmy. He taught him about perseverance, problem-solving, and the satisfaction that comes from hard work. Months went by, and one sunny morning, the lawnmower roared to life with a satisfying purr. Timmy's face lit up with joy, and he jumped in excitement. His father smiled proudly and said, "We did it, buddy. We brought this old lawnmower back to life." Timmy hugged his father tightly, feeling a warm sense of accomplishment and love. He realized that his father's love was not just about spending time together, but also about teaching him important values that would shape his character. From that day on, Timmy cherished the memories of working on the lawnmower with his father. They continued to tackle various projects together, and their bond grew stronger with each passing day. As Timmy grew older, he carried the lessons and love he had learned from his father into his own life. He knew that a father's love was not only about fixing lawnmowers, but also about nurturing the hearts and minds of his children. And so, in that small house on the edge of town, the story of a father's love lived on, passed down from one generation to the next, reminding everyone that the most valuable things a father can give are time, guidance, and unwavering love. 1. The Lost Baseball. Title: Dad's Home Run. Billy had a special baseball signed by his favorite player, and he treasured it dearly. One sunny afternoon, while playing in the park, he accidentally hit the baseball into a dense thicket of bushes. Billy was heartbroken and didn't know how to retrieve it. Seeing his son's distress, Billy's dad immediately took charge. He carefully navigated the thorns and branches, determined to find the lost baseball. After a few minutes of searching, he emerged victorious, holding the precious ball in his hand. Billy's eyes lit up with joy as his dad handed him the baseball. He realized that his dad's love was unwavering, and he would always go to great lengths to make his son happy. 2. The Broken Toy. Title: Mending Hearts. Sarah had a beloved stuffed teddy bear named Teddy. One day, Teddy's arm tore off, and Sarah was devastated. She ran to her dad in tears, holding the broken toy. Without hesitation, her dad sat down with a needle and thread and skillfully stitched Teddy back together. As he sewed, he told Sarah stories about his own childhood stuffed animal and how much it meant to him. Sarah watched in awe as her dad worked his magic, mending not only Teddy's arm but also her heart. She realized that her dad's love could fix anything. 3. The Science Project. Title: Father's Lab Assistant. Mark had a challenging science project due at school. He struggled to understand the experiments and needed some extra help. His dad, who was a scientist, decided to turn their garage into a makeshift lab. Together, they spent countless hours conducting experiments, making mistakes, and learning from them. Mark's dad patiently explained complex concepts, never getting frustrated. With his dad's guidance and support, Mark not only completed his project but also gained a newfound appreciation for science and his father's dedication. 4. The Starry Night. Title: Dad's Constellation Stories. On clear summer nights, Emily and her dad would lie on the backyard lawn, gazing at the stars. Her dad would point out constellations, telling her stories about them, and explaining the wonders of the universe. One night, Emily asked, "Dad, what's your favorite star?" Her dad replied, "It's the one that shines the brightest." Emily smiled and realized that her dad's love was like that brightest star, always there, guiding and comforting her through life's journey. The journey of a father's love. In a quaint little town nestled between rolling hills, there lived a man named Henry. Henry was known throughout the community for his kindness and unwavering love for his family. He was a father to 3 children, Sarah, Jake, and Lily. The town itself was peaceful, but it was also quite small, and opportunities for a better life were scarce. Henry worked as a carpenter, crafting furniture with his skilled hands. Despite the modest income, he always made sure his children had food on the table and a roof over their heads. As the years went by, Henry's children grew older and developed dreams of their own. Sarah, the eldest, had a passion for music and dreamed of becoming a renowned pianist. Jake, the middle child, had a fascination with the stars and hoped to become an astronomer. Lily, the youngest, had an adventurous spirit and wanted to explore the world as a travel writer. One evening, as the family sat around the dinner table, the children shared their dreams with their father. Henry listened intently, his eyes filled with pride for his children's aspirations. He knew that pursuing these dreams would require sacrifices, but he was determined to support them. The next morning, Henry took a walk to the town square and noticed a help wanted sign at the local sawmill. It was a demanding job that paid better than his carpentry work. Without hesitation, he applied for the position and began working long hours to save money for his children's education. For years, Henry toiled at the sawmill, saving every penny he could. He would come home tired and covered in sawdust, but he never complained. Instead, he encouraged his children to stay focused on their dreams. Sarah diligently practiced the piano, becoming more skilled with each passing day. Jake studied astronomy books from the library and built his own telescope. Lily began writing travel articles, using her vivid imagination to transport readers to distant lands. Years turned into decades, and the sacrifices Henry made for his children's dreams became apparent. Sarah became a celebrated pianist, traveling the world to perform in prestigious concert halls. Jake became a respected astronomer, discovering new celestial wonders. Lily's travel articles became bestsellers, inspiring others to explore the globe. One day, as Henry sat on his porch, watching the stars twinkle above, his children came back to the small town they had once called home. They had achieved their dreams, and they owed it all to their father's love and sacrifices. Tears welled up in Henry's eyes as he embraced his children. He had never sought recognition or fame, but his love had fueled their journey to success. Together, they sat under the starry night sky, reminiscing about the past and expressing their gratitude to the Father whose love had guided them on their remarkable journeys. And in that small town, nestled between rolling hills, the townsfolk would tell the tale of Henry, the humble carpenter, who had shown that a father's love could move mountains and make dreams come true.